Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I will be doing a highly requested video today. I actually did this video a couple years ago in 2020, which is cost of living in Calgary. But this was done pre-pandemic and a lot of things have changed since then. So I decided to revisit this topic today and talk about the cost of living in Calgary in 2022. So the first thing which is important is accommodation or rent. And as you guys know that we moved to a two-bedroom apartment back in September, so the rent has increased. Right now we are paying $1,250, so that's $1,190 for the accommodation and $60 is for underground parking. Now, ever since the pandemic, prices have started increasing, including rental properties. So the apartments which were two bedrooms costing about 1100 to 1150 before, they have increased to 1200. In fact, it took us about around 3 weeks to find something within our budget, and the prices have increased, but we did find something which was within our budget. And right now they are also asking price for your car parking. Before, parking was free, but right now they are asking for additional charges in most of the rental properties. We decided to pay for the underground parking, which is $60 extra, so that's $12.50 in total. And the reason being is, especially during winter right now, the car can stay warm inside and the snow doesn't get collected. If it was parked outside, we would have to get up earlier and clean the car, and it would take a longer time for us to do that, and a lot of hassle into cleaning the snow off the car and then warming the car up before using the car. Right now, since it's underground, we have saved a lot of time and we don't need to do that step. Next, we come to groceries. Now, back in 2020, the groceries were priced pretty reasonably, but ever since the pandemic and since inflation is happening right now, the grocery prices have increased 5 to 7% overall in Canada. In my last video, I did talk about us not spending a lot of money in grocery, about 400 to 600, but right now we are spending $700 approximately. The reason also being is because I'm pregnant, so we are eating healthier and we are eating a lot of fruits and vegetables. When we initially moved to Calgary back in 2019, we didn't really know how to make a lot of food, so we were living off what you would say as the college budget. So we would just be making pasta and tuna sandwiches and living off the dorm life and trying to save our money, which we did save a lot of money back then. But now we know how to cook and we are eating more healthier and just focusing on our nutrition. So it's $700 approximately. Sometimes it goes to about $800 for groceries. And additionally, we also are doing a lot more takeouts. Now, takeouts wouldn't be a issue before, because before we were very mindful of eating outside, but right now, since I am pregnant, we are not thinking too much about it. And whenever I have a specific craving, we just decide to go out and just satisfy my craving. So we have been spending around $300 just take out random whenever I feel like eating outside. I might crave a pizza, might crave smoothies, juices, Thai food. So we've been eating out as well, contrast to also doing the groceries, because there's some days I don't feel like eating home food or I have a specific craving, and that's just because I am pregnant right now. I guess if I wasn't pregnant, then we would definitely be controlling the takeouts more, and normally we have a set rule for just once a week takeout. But since I am pregnant, we are very lenient with the whole thing and we're just letting it go for now. And I guess that's why we're spending over $1,000 in food overall. but the prices have also increased in Calgary and overall in Canada. So groceries are more expensive than before. Number three, I would say, is mobile bills. And mobile bills are the same for us. We're still using prepaid phones, and each of us is paying $40 a month. We're still just using a prepaid plan, and we did not upgrade to anything fancy. We did not get any phones on financing. So you could say that we are the same over there and still paying just $80 for the two of us in unlimited calls and texts Canada wide and 4.5 GB internet, which is really enough. You don't really need to pay extra. This plan works perfectly. And if you want to speak to your family back home, nowadays everybody has Messenger, WhatsApp. You can just connect with them with social media, and you don't really need the extra minutes or international minutes. The fourth thing I would say is electricity and internet bills. Now, electricity has been surprisingly the same. We used to pay about $40 to $50 in a one-bedroom apartment, and even though we now shifted to a two-bedroom apartment, I guess because we don't really use all the rooms and we are very mindful of the rooms we're staying in, electricity is still pretty much the same. We are spending about $60 a month, 60 being the highest. Normally it's around 50, 45, $50, and that's pretty much the same as what we were paying in a one-bedroom apartment. Now for the internet did increase. Right now we are still with Shaw, and what Shaw did, so they had a package for the new immigrants and it was a little cheaper, but when the 2 years expired, the first 2 years, so we tried to renew the contract and they increased it to 68.25 with the taxes included. Now it's $65, and then plus tax it's $68.25 right now, and they seem to be increasing little by little. And that's how the internet or the rental property even works. Whenever you move into a place initially, you are gonna get a specific price, but over time you're going to see small increases of $10, $20, $30. And the same goes for rental property as well. So when you initially move in as a new immigrant, you will be paying the cheapest, but after you stay in that same apartment for a year, when they try to renew your contract, they will always be increasing the rent to about $20 approximately, and you will be paying a little bit extra compared to what you were paying when you initially moved in your apartment. And that's just how it goes over here. So same thing we're doing with the internet as well. We are paying $68.25. The fifth item on this list is transport. And as you guys know that we shifted to our own transport, which is having a car, last year around April when we got the license. And I did let you guys know that we are now using mostly our car to get around. I sometimes use the transport, but very rare now. And we have been paying around $150 to $200 a month. When we were going to the mountains more often and we were making more trips, we were spending around $300 a month. But since I am pregnant right now and the trips have slowed down, we are paying around $150 to $200 a month, and we are getting our gas from Costco. By the way, guys, if you want to get your gas from the cheapest place here in Calgary, make sure to have a Costco membership. It costs only about $50 a year, and I would suggest you guys getting your gas from Costco because it is the cheapest here in Calgary compared to 7-Eleven, Petro-Canada, and even Shell. So we get our gas here from Costco. We don't do the bulk shopping here in Costco because Costco is only more efficient when you have a bigger family. If you have a family of 4 or 5, your kids are going to school, then it makes sense to shop from Costco. But we have realized that the shopping in bulk doesn't make much sense to us, and it ends up costing more in groceries when we do bulk shopping from Costco. So we just mainly get our gas from Costco. And there's something else I would like to tell you guys about the car as well, which is car insurance. Now, I did make a video last year about how to do your driving classes and get your car insurance. If you haven't watched that video, the link will be on the screen. But I did mention in that video that we are paying $2,000 per year for our car. If you divide the $2,000 by 12 months, it's approximately $166. So we are paying about $366 to $370 approximately every month for a car. Now, as you guys know that back in 2020, we were using the public transit and it was only $212 for the both of us. But I would say that the time taken to go to work and to come back to work, it would take me about 2 hours every day just to commute to work, and it takes a long time if we want to go from one part of the city to another. Right now it just takes us minutes. We don't have to wait for the transport, and you can say that we have saved a lot of money as we are saving our time, and time is money. So we did decide to upgrade by getting a car, and this has helped us just go to different places within minutes, go to all my doctor appointments within minutes and not miss any of them. And if I have any specific craving, we just go to different parts of the city without having to worry about transport. And right now, I think it was really crucial for us to get a car, given that I'm pregnant and given the weather outside. I wouldn't be able to really commute to work, especially in this weather, and I would have to take more Uber trips, which would be costlier because whenever it's snowing over here, the Uber prices are always more. And I think we have saved ourselves a lot of money just by getting car, even though car does seem a little expensive, but in the long run you are saving your time with money. And if you've been here in Calgary for over a year or so and you are financially stable and you are looking to have a family or just to make your life a little bit easier, I would suggest getting a car. I did make a video about car, my first car here in Canada. Again, the link will be in the screen if you haven't watched it yet, and you can have a look at how we got our car. The sixth item today for cost of living here in Calgary is miscellaneous items. So we are spending some money for baby items and some for clothes. As you know that I am pregnant right now, so normal clothes don't fit me, and I have been spending money on maternity clothes from month to month depending on how my size is increasing. And we also started saving for baby from October, and we are also spending few $100s every month in total. So we are spending about $200 to $300 extra in this miscellaneous items, just getting the essentials which are important. And guys, baby items are very expensive here in Canada. It's not cheap, and even though we got the best deals, we waited for Black Friday, Boxing Day, and the other sale season, and we are trying our best to do the perfect budgeting for baby. It is still very expensive. Thankfully, our friends from over the world, all our school friends and our friends here have really helped us out. They got us things off from our registry. So we had a registry built in Bye Bye Baby, and if you've been following me on Instagram, you guys know that we did set up a registry recently because the baby shower got cancelled, and our friends were generous enough to buy things off the list, so they did save us thousands of dollars over there, and they got us the most important items so we can focus on the other items which are equally important but are the everyday essentials like diapers, wipes, baby clothes, and just these small things keep adding up. So we are spending $200 to $300 a month, and that makes our total about $3,000 a month. I would say that we can definitely have cut down some of it in food, especially if I wasn't pregnant. We wouldn't eat out as much as we are doing right now. Pre-pregnancy, we always watched whenever we ate outside, and we would just limit to once a week maximum. And just because I'm pregnant now, we are more lenient, and we are just going whenever I have a specific craving and not thinking about it. So I would say we would definitely save around $300 to $400 if we were not pregnant, and if it was pre-pregnancy. So I'm hoping that it will cut down once the baby arrives. And of course, with the miscellaneous items, that might stay since we'll be having a baby, and we did hear that newborn schedule is unpredictable and anything can happen with the baby. So that cost may stay still, but we know that we can save some more in the food section and definitely cut down the takeout a little bit. That's how the cost of living here in Calgary looks like right now in 2022. And because of post-pandemic, or I still believe we are in pandemic season, it's just that we are in a new variant, but things are increasing. It's inflation, and it's inflation everywhere here in Canada. So the costs have significantly increased in 2022 compared to what it was in 2020. So if you guys are planning to move here in Calgary, I hope you guys can keep this in mind and keep this video as a reference to how much you might be spending here in Calgary. And I hope that this video has helped you guys today into what the cost looks like here in Calgary. So if you have liked my video today, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel if you're new. Hope to see you guys in my next video real soon. Till then, bye!